It's episode 132. Can you count backwards? I'll tell you why. Let's do it. 10 on down. Welcome, everybody. We are live. This is IdoNotes episode 132. It's kind of a Lotusphere-ish podcast, but not really. It's more of a cool thing. So I have two of the wonderful, wonderful people. I'll let you guys do your intros in 1 second. I want to tell them what it's about. But we went back, working hard with Yancey Len of PlanetLotus, and pulled the top 10 posts of 2012 for PlanetLotus. And two of the lovely victims, one who's strictly his picture, Karl-Henry. So, Karl-Henry, I'll start with you, but quick hello and introduce yourself, and then we'll talk about the posts.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Karl-Henry Martinsson. I'm from Sweden, live in Texas, work for an insurance company called Deep South. I'm a senior Lotus Notes developer here, and I've been to every Lotusphere since '98.
Wow. Okay, so since '98. And then to his right, overseas right now in the afternoon, which why it took forever for us to get this organized. Ulrich, you want to say hello?
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm Ulrich Klause, working for BCC, located in Frankfurt. I'm living in Düsseldorf, and it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon here. It's cold and snowy.
It's cold here. I think Fahrenheit we're at 17 right now. So.
Yeah, it's 5 below zero here.
5 below. Well, it's that time. So we've ended another year. We've got Lotusphere coming up. So let's talk about the posts. You know what? We'll start. We'll go back to Ulrich real quick because the reason you wrote a development one, and while Karl-Henry may get it, most of us will be stumped. But you wrote a top 10 post. I know you were in the top couple actually, but using reg expression with JavaScript split. I have no idea what that means. But what the heck was it that you wrote?
We had the need to do a lot of regex expression in JavaScript, and also to split some of the strings we found out were useful in what came out of the regex, and there was actually no split in regex. So I googled a bit and I found a solution and just reposted it. That was all.
That was it. Well, it's huge with developers. So is this across, is it only, for those of us who don't really know, X pages based, any Domino database, web? What does it do for them?
We do mostly Next pages. I'm not sure. You can surely use it in every JavaScript, in your JavaScript libraries, and in classical notes as well, I think. Never tested it, but I think it's possible.
So basically you're giving away free code.
Yes, I do. I do.
Well, that's awesome. Any other big posts you had this year that weren't in the top 10? I know you talked about the same thing Karl-Henry did, so actually we'll go to him first because we kind of talked about the same thing, all of us. Karl-Henry, yours was the IBM Notes and Domino 9 Social Edition.
Right. I was actually kind of live blogging it while the presentation was going on, and I made some screenshots right then.
Okay. What do you guys think overall so far of the 9? Now that it's in public beta, we can talk about it. What do you guys think so far?
I'm very impressed. I think it's fast. It looks pretty good. I'm a little bit more traditional, so I kind of like the old workspace better than the new one, but the new one looks very nice and clean.
Do you think the UI is enough different? Forget the feature set, but the UI, is it enough different to really have a big difference?
I think just the perception is going to make a difference. It looks more modern and less notesy, more IBM-ish, and I think that's going to make a difference.
It will. It will. It's definitely gray and black. What about you, Ulrich?
I think it's a great design they chose. I'm not sure about. I can't remember the old design because I'm working with the Notes 9, or formerly known as 854, since it came out in the first beta. So I think the main difference was the UI change when they changed the name to 9. It was also the UI change. I think it's great, and I also use it in iNotes now, and it's really fast on Firefox. I only use it on Firefox. It's really fast, and I like it. Yeah.
Did you say Firefox?
I haven't used Firefox. Yeah.
Is Firefox on what now? Are they on version 37 or something now? What are they on now?
No, 18 is today. Maybe 19 or 20 tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah. So my post overlaid both of those. Mine was on the IBM usage and changing the name, and then the press jumping all over it using words like kill, drop, eliminate. It was amazing, the articles that were on the web, and it was one of the top 10 this year. What did you guys think about the name change? Either one of you.
I think was a good thing. It's going to show that it's a bigger change than just jumping from 853 to 854 because there's so many changes. Traditionally, a .01 release, it's just like bug fixes, and here's a lot of new features. So I think 9 is a great name.
Do you think it was time for them to remove that Lotus part of the naming off of there?
Yeah, they've been doing that on everything else, so why not? I don't care too much about the name. I care about the feature set and the functionality.
Right. Ulrich, did you get any reaction over there from the change?
So to me, either I don't care about the name. I don't care if they choose to remove the Lotus or rename it just and put the social edition or whatever you have in the front or at the end of the name. I don't either care if they call it Notes 9 now, because 9, as you know, was discussed in the forums, has a bad attitude in Germany because it means no. So Notes no is not a good name, but even in Germany we can handle numbers.
Well, that was funny you say that. So you're in Germany, and one of their concerns was, and you think about it, was the name 9 in German.
It's no.
Right. So
it means no.
Do you think that has a big market difference in the German side?
No, I don't think so. Because customers don't care about the name or the numbers. As Martin Karl said, it's the features they want to see, and not the name.
Yeah, I was curious because that was a concern. Is they always have that concern of language across different barriers they have to deal with, which leads us to another one. Another top 10 post was it had to do with iOS 6 and Lotus Traveler. So Lotus Traveler isn't losing the Lotus name yet. They're still calling it Lotus Traveler in iOS 6. Are you guys delved much into the Traveler world yet? I hear dings.
Yeah, it's my doorbell. Sorry. I'm using Traveler from the very first day they brought it out, and constantly use it in the company and use it at home. So I don't want to live without it.
Karl-Henry, are you fired up on any of them?
Yeah, I'm using Traveler since I got an Android phone last summer, or this past summer.
See, one of my interesting things is, so I use a BlackBerry. All right, well, put that down there. I still use a BlackBerry, and because it works everywhere in the world I go. U.S. phones, you guys know how we are with SIMs, and we don't always have all the quad band, but this thing works everywhere. Now, I do run Traveler on a couple devices, to play around the iPad and the Playbook and some others, but I think it's pretty much indispensable now. We're seeing a huge growth in both. We're still seeing tons of BlackBerry, which is interesting, but we're seeing a huge deployment of Traveler. I think free is the key. You guys think free is their key thing there for mobility?
Yeah. Actually, we are moving away from BlackBerry here at my work. Everyone's going to Android and iPhones. We try to actually get rid of BlackBerries. And,
was it the cost, or the function?
I think it's more. I'm not really that involved in that. I think it's basically just to maintain it and to manage it. So to get rid of an additional server and get rid of the BlackBerry server,
right.
The best server.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
Same here. We had a big BlackBerry installation with 500 BlackBerries in the old company, and we moved it all to Traveler. We had cheap Nokia phones.
Yeah.
Back 2 years, and we connected it to Traveler, and it was awesome. It just worked, and people were very satisfied with the BlackBerry, with the Nokias and whatever you had. We had iPhones, we had Android devices, and we had the Nokias. So 3 operating systems on one server, and it was awesome. Speed and reliability, great.
Exactly. Why don't you tell everybody where you are now too? We didn't even cover that. So you've changed. You just said the old company. You've changed jobs.
Yes, I did. I changed my job in October last year, and I joined BCC, which is a company located in Frankfurt, and we're doing all these great stuff in terms of managing your environment, helping you to leverage all the good stuff that comes out of Lotus, Notes and Domino. And we're selling products, and I'm a lead developer. I'm a senior architect with BCC with a team of 5 people, some of them doing C++ stuff, and I'm doing mainly at the moment XML, Lotus script, Java, JavaScript, and in some parts X pages, but I have 2 other developers, Sarah and Matthias. They're doing the X pages stuff for me, and we are working on the web front end for our products at the moment, and we will show it at Connect.
Of course. So all the things that make me itch. Okay, development. Okay, perfect. So I'll list a couple other things that were out there, and then we'll finish up with some Connect stuff. The other posts that were out there, Greg wasn't able to join us. Greg Eldred had a post. This was an interesting one. It made the top 10. It used the word Penumbra, which has been a long-time partner group that's been around for years, but it was actually a book review called Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore. Don't know. He made the top 10. There was one on a Dojo 1.8 based portal. There was how restoring the same time emoticon palette from John James, which was great to see him. Volker, Weber had one. IBM Notes and Domino 9 Social Edition like Karl-Henry. And then I think the last other one we haven't talked about was how to create auto-response mail messages in Lotus Notes. So there was a good overview, but it was mainly focused around the IBM world. There wasn't really anything outside of it except for the Penumbra bookstore book review, which was interesting to see. So what about Connect? What do you guys, are you going to be there? Are you doing anything? What's the story?
So I'll be there. I will arrive on Saturday with the BCC team, and we rent a big house in the southwest of Orlando, where all the team comes together. I think it is Kissimmee or whatever you call it there.
It is. It's Kissimmee, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, we will be at Connect. We're a silver sponsor. BCC is a silver sponsor, and we have a booth at B24 to 26, I guess.
Very nice.
So see you there.
Yeah, definitely tell Olaf and Laura and the crew hello for me. Yeah. So Karl-Henry, what are you going to be doing?
Well, it's a little bit up in the air. I was originally not going because of financial reasons, but there's a chance I will be attending.
Very nice. Excellent. Well, I will be down there, of course. We're going to be doing, so I mentioned it yet in the podcast, which I'll link to now. Yesterday, we're going to be doing some shows pretty much daily. So we're maybe inside Google Hangouts doing a 10, 15 minutes. Both of you are welcome to come by, of course. We're going to try to just do a 10 to 15 minute highlight of the day of best thing, top thing, whatever cool thing we saw. Just keep everybody in the loop, doing something different this year besides our normal stuff. And my session is on Monday afternoon. So we're giving more free admin tools is what we're doing. We're going to be talking about admin tools for that one. So anything else for Connect you guys are looking forward to, and then we'll finish up there. What are you guys looking forward to seeing this year?
So first of all, it's my first Connect ever. I've never been to Lotus Sphere before. It's my first Connect. I never will go to Lotus Sphere, but go to Connect. So if you find me lost, take me by the hand and bring me back to Olaf.
Well, before you tell us what you want to see, right now, even though Karl-Henry has a picture up, his picture just both went with a big mouth. This is your first one ever?
It's my first one ever, yes.
Oh my, yeah. Well, we'll never see you again. You're done. You are officially at this point over. We'll find you weeping in a corner somewhere on the sponsor.
Just remember
that I will, yeah.
just remember, it's a marathon, not a race.
Yeah.
You got to pace yourself.
If you're getting in Saturday, you're in for the haul right there. So excellent. Carl, what are you looking for this week, Karl-Henry?
Well, just to see what's coming up, new functions, new features, talk to the developers. That's my favorite thing to do, go down in the lab and talk to the developers and get answers to all the questions that I've been having for the last year. Learning new things. I'm going to focus more on admin this year if I get to go, since I'm taking over some admin stuff here at work.
Excellent.
So that's my main stuff.
Excellent. Yeah, that's you bring up one good point. So a lot of the new listeners that are watching this or seeing this, the labs are highly underutilized. It's a great point. Getting into those labs, so they sit around the Dolphin area in the Europe rooms usually is where you'll find
Europe and Asia.
Yeah, Europe and Asia, which basically sits on the main floor where you register, but down the side halls. And they have labs for everything: user experience, new product stuff, the developers where they hang out all day. There's also the lab where you can't ever talk about stuff once you leave the room. It's like all their development products and things like that. Definitely get involved in those. That's highly overdone. Let me see if there's anything else we had on the list. Did I get everyone's posts? I'm looking. Yes, we got everybody's posts. All right, everybody. I want to thank those two. So we did a good 15 minutes or so. We want to keep this short. They were top 10 posts for 2012 off of PlanetLotus. If you don't know what PlanetLotus is and you watch my show, shame on you again. It's PlanetLotus.org. It's pretty much an aggregation of about 340 or more now probably of the Lotus blogs. And Yancey runs it. Thanks to Yancey for putting this together years ago. And thanks for him for spending the time digging through stats. It took us days to figure out, because he had to get rid of a lot of bots and things that are constantly polling his site and aggregators and things. So do you two, anything, closing words? Oh, tell them how to find you, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you want to do.
Well, I'm Texas Swede everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, everything.
Excellent.
My domain, texasswede.com.
texasswede.com. Okay.
So me either. I'm Ignori everywhere, ignori.de, and Ignori on Twitter, and Skype, I guess. I have the same name. Not sure.
We want to say EKNORI. You want to tell them that?
EKNORI.
Right. You say it, but people are going, is there a C? Is there a thing? So everybody knows you know how to find me. It's not a big deal. If you're watching this, you found me already. Look for me in a few days. We have some more episodes. Oh, and watch the one we just put out yesterday. It definitely covers the new official tool from IBM for the interface into their mobile online system while at Lotusphere. Otherwise, everybody, thanks for watching. We had some live viewers, actually, and we will talk to you in just a couple.